This is my no-hit 100% kill run of Heretic, Shadow of the Serpent Riders. Check the description for the rules I'm following. If you like the video, give it a like. This is E1M3, the Gatehouse. So the opening room here has lots of these gargoyles hanging around. Some of them will fire fireballs at me, some of them won't. I won't tempt fate by trying to get them all into one big group. I'll try and get rid of as many as I can on this side before dealing with the ones on the other side. As you can see, there's quite a few who've chased through the level here. There was one in the middle here. So yeah, you got to be careful because some of these gargoyles will shoot fireballs like that and others will not. And they have slightly different health variants, like the ones with the fireballs have a bit more health, but it's not that much different, to be honest. They're all kind of the same. So yeah, you just got to be careful when they're diving at you like that. They're kind of like Lost Souls in that regard. They are very much like Lost Souls, except I would argue slightly less irritating. So just gotta be careful here because there's one that comes up from the bottom there. Let's pick up the ammo. Let's head down here. Take care of all the gargoyles down here. So yeah, in episode 1, gargoyles are kind of the go-to enemy when you need to put an enemy in a room. So dodge that fireball. There's quite a few at the bottom of the room here. Pick up some ammo there because we're running a bit low. So yeah, there's some golems inside of here. Let's get rid of them. There is a crossbow coming up soon, but until we can get into the next room, we can't really do much about that. So if we grab that, all that wall comes down and a bunch of gargoyles will come out of the wall. As you can see here, my main tactic with these guys is to lure them into the next room and to just try and take them on one at a time rather than stand in the room and have them surround me. I feel like that would be the worst approach here. Some nice ammo there, we'll take that. So yeah, we'll take care of these golems here. So the crossbow is in the left here, round this corner. But as soon as I go for it, a wall behind me is going to drop. So we've got to be mindful of that. Head out the entrance here, guide them all out here. I'm going to use the wand here because I want to save as much crossbow ammo as I can. We could get a lot more of it if the warriors drop it later on, but drop ammo for it. But like honestly, it's very hit and miss relying on that. So you can hear them round that corner there. There's a few warriors in this area that we've got to be careful of. The warriors are actually outside the window there. They're actually affected by the wind out there. So when they try throwing their crossbows at me, they're going to fail miserably unless I'm standing right in front of them and I'm downwind from them. As you can see, that wall opened up there. I have to be really careful of the crossbows that they're throwing at me. There we go. So you can see that one dropped arrows for me. That was lovely. It's very hit and miss if those guys will actually drop arrows for me. It's not a guaranteed drop. It helps when they do though, because as you can see, we run out of ammo very quickly here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bait it over here. And then, yeah, so we've got 10 arrows here. And we got more. Lovely. So yeah, we are kind of leaning on them guys dropping ammo for us, which is nice. But as you can see, again, another secret where you're punished with enemies in the secret. It's Heretic's little call sign, that like fake walls with enemies inside. Like it loves its monster closets. But as you can see, when they're shooting me in here, the wind is actually blowing the arrows down away from me because the wind's blowing to the south side of this sector, which is pretty funny. But you can see there, you can see one of my arrows then just flew off in the wrong direction. So you can see, even though he's shooting right at me, it's not coming off for them. We'll be going outside here soon because there's a lot of ammo at the top there. I'm just waiting for this warrior to come back into view here. I don't want to leave them wandering around, because when we go over the other side, they might walk up to the window and shoot in at me, which I wouldn't appreciate, but I guess it's fine. So yeah, there's a few gargoyles here that I want to take care of. So that middle bit's going to open up as soon as we walk in here. Yeah, it's got some golems inside. I'm going to be using the wand ammo here just to try and save on my arrows. Don't want to, you know, waste those unless I have to. There is some, I think there's some arrows in here as well. Yeah, there are. So now I'm going to come all the way down here, because there is some ammo down here, but this also allows me to clear the route ahead for me. So you can see all the gargoyles in this window here. They were all going to be in one of the rooms we were going to walk into soon, so I wanted to get rid of them before we enter this area. There's the backpack of ammo that will allow us to carry much more ammo. We can't get it right now, but we will be able to soon. So you can see this was on the far side of that room where we just were. Also got to be careful because some warriors have just been released into that room there. That's why I wanted to get rid of those gargoyles, because that room becomes a bit of a nightmare. So just got to be careful here, because they are throwing arrows into this room. See, there's that one outside. I didn't want to be there. Oh God, hello. Yeah, we're lucky there, because he could, if he knew where we were, he would have just gone for me there. Cool. So you saw how fast that came at me there. Yeah, because that was because the wind was pushing it. I want to try getting rid of these guys. Okay, we got rid of both of them. Nice, nice, nice. 2 for 1 kills there. Right. So there's a few enemies outside here. So we'll hit that switch. And I'm going to take care of this golem here. Now the thing is, that's a pain floor in front of us. Now obviously that doesn't count towards the it doesn't count towards the pain total in this level, so like I can walk on it, no problem at all. So we hit that switch. We've got the gauntlets now, which is pretty nice, because if we end up with no ammo now, at least we have a decent weapon. So that hitting that switch opens up this here. This allows us to come outside. We've got the Tome of Power there. So once we step on this little island here, that wall's going to open to the left, and it's going to, as you can see, I've tried my best there to turn as many of these as chickens as I can. Because of the wind, this is a bit more of a tricky fight than it normally would be. But if I just keep my distance, and I just turn these into little chickens. Excellent. So while I've still got the Tome of Power on here, I'm going to try rushing through the level. There's nothing up here. I think there's some warriors up at the top here. There you go. There's the green key. So now we are closing in on the end of the level here. But there are still a few gargoyles in this opening bit, believe it or not. There's a Tome of Power here. And as you can see, there's a bunch of gargoyles that were hidden off in the distance there. If I guide them over here. So let's get rid of these guys. Because we are going to get the claw gun in a minute. name. It's the Dragon Claw, that's the one. So yeah, we can use the power of that to eradicate as many of these gargoyles as possible. I love the Tome of Power version of this weapon. So, use that in that room. There should be some golems in here. Oh god, the door. Okay, so the door nearly locked me in there. That would have been pretty nasty. Take care of you. I'm just checking to see if there's any ammo down here. It would be really useful, because in a second we're going to see a new enemy for the first time. So this is the like the undead warrior, or the invisible warrior. A bit more annoying to hit than the normal one. I don't really want to get close combat with it because it could hit me and cause me a bit of pain. It's basically the same as the normal warrior, except it's invisible, which means that it can only be hit. I think it can only be hit with magical items. I don't think it can be hit with like normal weapons. I'll have to use the gauntlets here. Right, no luck, no guts, no glory, and all that. Let's do this. Right. Oh yeah, of course, I've got to hit the switches here. So that is every enemy killed on this level. The Gatehouse complete. This was a fun level. It's a bit long, but you know, that's good. So yeah, so far so good for Heretic here. We're heading into map 4 next. See you in the next video.